Say hi, Mark.
Don't switch that camera off.
Quick shout out to my Siminions. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you're interested in exclusive members only videos, extended episodes of the Noob, and exclusive emojis, hit the join button to find out more about channel membership. But remember, your membership is not required. The best way to support the channel is by liking and commenting on videos. Alright,
Shut up.
so Mark,
Shut up.
why the long face?
What do you mean wide or long face? Do I look like a horse to you? Huh? What do you call me, mate? What do you call me? What are you trying to say?
Today is my final Wednesday at Big City Comics. For as long as I've known Mark, and you know what? I can give you the exact date of when I met Mark. It was.
Can you really now?
It was a sunny September 19th, 2018.
Really?
First time I walked into Big
What year
City
was
Comics.
it? 2019?
2018.
2018.
2018, September 19, the original Big City Comics in Fitzroy and Brunswick Street. I walked in there all newbie-like.
All newbie-like.
And was like, hey man, you got Batman Damned? Because I want some of that Batman Dong. Bat Dong. Yeah.
You want the Batman Dong.
So get this right, so Batman Damned, the first day I got it, obviously I decided to read it. I wasn't going to, I was planning on waiting till all 3 issues came out, and then I happened to go, you know what, I've been dying for this, so I'm just gonna read it, and I saw the Bat Dong, so I was like, holy crap. I wasn't expecting, because no one knew then, no one knew yet. So I sent the picture to Tony, but Tony actually read it that same day, because he used to read his books digitally back then.
Yeah, that's right.
Before he started collecting. He used to read his books digitally, and the Dong was never in the digital version from the get-go.
That's right.
How's that? Huh?
That's right.
Sometimes I read so quick, I barely look at the images. If you did that, you probably wouldn't even notice the Bat Dong.
What?
I know. I'm just trying to get through the book, man, because I got so much to catch up
Are you alright? I'm gonna slap you right now.
I try.
What do you mean? That's why you read the comics.
I know.
To put the words with the pictures.
I know, but so
how long ago?
if I spend,
2018.
Yeah, no, but if I
2018.
Yeah.
2018. What year is it today?
It's 2024.
And you're still a noob. You're still a noob. This guy, you need to be educated.
Noob for life.
Mate, you need to go to like comic book boot camp.
Yeah, I do.
All right, Jesus.
But basically what's happening is obviously a lot of you guys probably saw the video where I'm changing work, so I will no longer have Wednesdays off. I'm going to be working a Monday to Friday job.
What?
So I will no longer be coming to Big City Comics ever again.
Oh, thank God, man. I have
what?
to get here so early. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Sorry.
So we will rearrange things. I'll probably start coming here on Saturday, but I probably won't do it on the weekly because I'll have so much to do on that Saturday. But I'll try to squeeze Mark in, you know, 2 or 3 weeks.
Try to squeeze me in. Shut up.
I guess today, being that this is, you know, change is coming, I guess I just want to again reminisce. I know we've done a lot of reminiscing recently because obviously the shop closed and then anniversaries and, you know, things like that. But a lot's changed since that fateful day on September 19th, 2018, right?
It has?
We're two shops down,
with
2 shops, if you call this a shop.
Yeah, I would call it a shop, absolutely.
Wednesdays is not really New Comic Book Day anymore, is it? Is it?
Not really, no.
Yeah. Like that was...
Although COVID came and went, it's still here really, but our lockdowns came and went.
Yeah.
So that changed a lot. That's what changed the...
New Comic Book Day, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And not only did it change, for us anyway, because now we're not getting our books for a Wednesday release anyway, we get them on a Thursday. Right, the Diamond book I'm talking about, Diamond.
Luna?
Luna, we get them on the Wednesday, yes.
So for those who don't know about how it works in the background, Luna has DC and Image. Diamond has Image as well, and everyone else, right?
Yeah, so that's changed a lot for us in Australia.
Has Wednesdays been New Comic Book Day for as long as even before you had a shop?
Sorry, say that again.
Has Wednesday been New Comic Book Day for like life? Like since you were...
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, Wednesday, yeah, it's
Wednesdays.
always Wednesdays, yeah. Apart from when a shipment is late, of course, but yeah.
But that's a long tradition to be broken.
Yeah, well, you know, Diamond, because sales, obviously Diamond haven't got a monopoly anymore on the companies, comic book companies, so it wasn't worth it for them to do a shipment to come out to Australia on the Monday anymore. So they deemed it to do it on the Tuesday. I don't know, mate. I just collect my comics. The thing is, because of COVID, no one really is in a hurry to get their comic books anymore. They're not. There's no urgency. There's no people lining up anymore. People have learnt. They have actually learnt how to do pre-orders a bit better.
Only time I've ever seen people line up at a comic shop. Only shop I've ever seen. I guess I'm sure people line up for pre-comic book day, but as far as just the general new comic book day, Big City Comics was the only one. So
no, it's because you've seen All Star Comics is the same.
On a Wednesday morning? No.
I've seen,
No.
Minotaur used to be like that. Minotaur used to be.
Maybe, but so this is what I was going to ask. My old job was retail, and you know about that. And obviously, when you have a big release, like of a product, like a phone or something, there's an embargo notice. Do comic books get that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do they?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
But what does the embargo say? Just you can't release it until this date?
Yes.
Do they have a time?
No, just on that date.
It just says the date, right?
Yeah.
So I'm so confused why so many shops here, the tradition was you'd go into like a Comics R Us, for example, on new comics, and this is how I found Mark really. You go into Comics R Us, new comics out, but they'd have gaps in their shelf for this week's comics, and they go, we don't put them on shelf until 3, 4 p.m. Because I'm assuming that lines up with the US hitting midnight or something like that. But that's kind of silly. All it says is you can't release it until Wednesday.
Yeah, but like I said, before COVID, it was people would not pre-order. They would just line up and get whatever comes out on the shelf, right?
I think
whereas now people are more pre-ordering. No, I'm telling you, that's why you don't see people lining up anymore.
I used to pre-order.
No, you didn't.
I did. It was just a different way. It wasn't through previews.
No, don't worry about that. But back then, people had standing orders. Yes, of course. But it wasn't not a lot of people the people who lined up, who you saw in the line, were the ones who never pre-ordered. Okay. They just hoped to get the one on the shelf. Yeah. Because some people are scared of commitment. Commit to that. Every comic book shop has different policies. So the people who you did see lining up, they were the ones who no pre-order. The people who did pre-order, they still a lot of the time they would ring you on the day, say, have you got a spare one? And I'm sure I'll get a phone call today, too, for what's come out today. Have you got a spare one? Things has changed. It's not better. I mean, it's not the best, but it's still better. That one thing that COVID has changed.
So you think it taught people to pre-order their books? I guess because it also...
They're not in a hurry. That's the thing. They're not like busting balls to get that book. They're not in a hurry to get their books in.
You don't think that's just because there's nothing that's that exciting? Because like, for example, over all these years, there's been a couple of releases that I was excited for. Batman Damn. The Meeting of Mark, like that was a big deal. No, you know why? Because I used to have every Wednesday off. I've always had Wednesdays off. So I used to go to the comic shops. Before I even knew Big City existed, I'd go to every comic shop, right? And I would be buying the new release books from the week before because they wouldn't put them out on shelf until 3, 4 p.m., right? And that's where Batman Damn came out. I was excited for that book. It was the first title. I was like, I'm really excited for this. No idea there was a Bat Dong, but I was so excited for it. If I knew there was a Bat Dong, goddamn.
He knew. No, he knew. He's lying. He's lying. He probably looked that up and he said, "Whoa, Bat Dong."
But
Lickworthy, my first Lickworthy book.
That was pre-Lickworthy, man.
Yeah, right. That's what he says now. But I know, mate. Off camera, I know. If I remember correctly, it was your first hashtag, wasn't it?
What?
Hashtag Dong Guy?
But the only other thing I was excited for ever was when 3 Jokers, because that was like 3 years we waited for that, right? Do you think maybe now there's just nothing that's been built up to be that exciting and that people aren't
Ultimate
needing
Spider-Man.
their books? Really?
Yeah.
That big?
Transformers.
Okay. Do you think there's no one that's really wants to get their books and can't wait to get home and read?
Well, we'll see with the Absolute Universe with DC, what they're doing with the Absolute Universe. That's interesting. The Death Metal was another one that was a bit of a, but just your opinion.
I was excited, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, so people were excited about Death Metal. They loved the whole idea, the word Death Metal, And it was very interactive too, you can buy the record, listen to the music.
Metal was a title that grabbed my attention off the shelf, and I was like, that looks really cool.
Yeah, and that's
what is that?
Pretty much the beginning of metal covers again. Like a foil covers start. That's what the trend of modern day foil covers. That's where it started, and it was good. It suited the title.
Yeah, well, I think I bought those end issues, but I didn't read it until I could collect them all. And I wanted all the first print foil thingies, right? And then eventually read it, and that's when I learned that comic books are confusing, man. Like, you cannot tell me that you read Metal
I didn't even read.
And understood what was going on.
I think I read like 2 issues and I'm done.
And then people are like, oh yeah, but you got to read the all the what's
the add-ons,
the add-ons,
the tie-ins.
How many of those are there? Oh, about 22.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But you know, you're Mr. Being a noob, obviously, this is where you come from. You wanted to read your first book, wanted to be a Snider book. Like, what a mistake that is.
That wasn't my first book.
Classic book, you know. You should have went back. You should have read classics first.
That's not true. My first book was
I know which one it was.
Tom King.
No, Death in the Family.
Oh, well, yes. Well, that's the book that I read because I had the trade from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I reread that, and that's what, that sparked my interest because I was like, this is not really for kids.
No, not
because that's the stigma, right?
Yeah. So you know, more classics, but would have more interest you, and then you would have understood more. You know, what would you call it? Snyder's junk.
Scott Snyder garbage.
Garbage.
But the thing is,
he's hit and miss. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I started off with a great Snyder
are.
story. The first Snyder experience was Court of Owls, which was one of the best. Like I was reading. I still remember. Like, there's very few books that I've read that impact me. A lot of books I forget the story already. Like,
but impacted the industry as well.
But there's moments that you'll never forget. I'll never forget reading Court of Owls. When I'm reading, he's in the maze, and then I'm like, wait a sec. You turn in the book this way for the next page, and you're like, don't fucking tell me I'm going to turn the book upside down next. And then you turn the page, and you have to tell. Man, that was
innovative.
Fantastic. Yeah. Never been done?
Yeah, well, not. It's been done before, but you know, the way he did it, and even other Jeff Lemire and Sorrentino do that as well. You've heard me speak about that as well. But Court of Owls was a big deal. Adding to Batman's lore and Gotham's lore was a big statement to make in New 52, especially. It was a runaway success, and they're still using the Court of Owls now. You know,
it probably was a big deal because it started at the issue 1 too, right? People were probably pumped for a refresh, a restart, issue 1, and then you just go bang with this awesome story,
it was
right?
New, it was fresh, it was never been done before, so that was good. Everyone enjoyed it, you know, everyone loved it, and obviously giving him creative freedom to do Metal, I think it was a bit, I don't know.
Well, this is the problem I have with Snyder now, right? I feel like his ideas are just so out there that they're too much for me. Like, I want my comic books to be somewhat believable, right? Which is why when I first started, I sought out the stories that were a little bit more dark and more serious rather than the fun stuff, right? I feel like Snyder, for example, I'll give you a perfect example. He wrote a story called We Have Demons, I think it's called, right? First issue was fantastic. You got to read this first issue, man. It builds this world and you just have all these expectations. You're like, there's only 2 more issues of this book. What's he going to do? Right? But the first issue just set up perfectly. And then the second and third issue, just shit that happens in it is just too out there. It's like, I feel like he's trying to write stuff that's just so fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just so out there, man. And it's too much for me.
A lot of writers do, not only, this is becoming a Scott Snyder bitch fest, but let's move on.
Let's get him onto the podcast and chat about it.
No.
You would say no?
No.
What happens if he said yes?
You wouldn't say no.
Oh, no, I'd say, come on, man. And I'll fucking be like, dude, I love your shit.
Exactly right. And you know, Tom Taylor to the curb, mate.
No, get out of here.
Scott Snyder, how you going? Because he's very fickle.
What are you talking about?
You are. You're a very fickle man. You are.
I don't know what fickle means.
Where's Eli when you need him?
All right, well, I guess another thing that's changed, obviously, is you going from one shop to the next to there. And I guess we haven't had an update for a while.
An update?
Yeah, we did a video when you first moved here, how things had changed and things. It's been a few months since we had a little, you know, how is the big city
let's leave that to the podcast.
Leave that to the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, building the podcast.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, what else do you want to talk about? I'm busy, mate.
You're busy? You got stuff to do?
I'm running a business here.
All right. Well, we'll end it there. I think we probably got enough juice there. That was a good chat. I had fun there.
You had fun there?
Yeah, there was a bit of banter. Today I didn't really come up with a topic. I just said, let's talk about change.
You shed a bit of tears. We cried a little bit.
This will still happen. It just probably won't happen as regular. Like, I try to come in here every week, and obviously Wednesday being the only day off, I sometimes have other shit to do, so I don't have time to film. But I try to get in here every week. But I think moving forward it might be every 2, maybe 3 weeks sometimes, depending on what I got planned. Yeah, it's not the end.
Not the end.
It's another beginning. It's like
we'll do
fourth
weekends
reboot
as well. Probably set up another day for you to come in. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm excited to start having weekends off because I'm going to start doing a lot more vlogs, and maybe you can come with me on some of them.
On what?
On like a vlog date.
Yeah, I can do that, of course, if I've got time.
Yes. I mean, you do all this on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah.
And then Saturday, do you just come here to meet the people who give them their books, or do you have a list that you do?
I do. Yeah, but I have to be here, and I have to be my comic book man here on a Saturday. I just open a drawer, or here's your books. Here, tap here. I don't do that. I'd be the fabulous host that I am.
Okay, so you're here all day, are you?
Yes, I am.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, now you know. Anyway, if you guys ever want to visit...
What do you think I do?
I don't know. I thought you came in here because you had people organise.
I do,
I
do, but then I have people walk-ins as well. I do get walk-ins. Yes, of course.
And they just call you and they're like,
yes.
This is a storage unit. Hey, man, I'm looking for a comic shop and I'm at a storage unit.
Yes.
And you say, come inside.
Yes.
To Big City Comics.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, we'll find out more about this on the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Cry Mark.
You cry, Mark.
No, Fart Mark.
Fart Mark? Fart Mark? Hashtag Dongai.
Say bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
And keep it simple. Fucking hell.
My only question concerning the Batman dong.
Yeah.
Is it lick worthy? Be honest.